Hey everyone, so the worldwide download celebration for Global and JP Dokkan Battle is slowly winding down now. We're kind of nearing the end of part 3. There's talk about whether or not there's going to be a part EX or something because of the maintenance that Global's getting. They're getting like 2 maintenances, right? But I don't know, JP hasn't really announced anything like that or shown to have anything like that going on, so I'm not fully convinced something like that's going to happen. But I thought we would do we're going to rate the Ultimate Red Zone stages, all of them, including the new Wicked Bloodline Red Zone that's come out recently for both versions, right? So I got a bunch of stat sheets pulled up here, except for Mecha Freezing King Cold. I can't find that one for some reason. Thanks to Luca Dokkan here, right? So shout outs to you. So let's go ahead and start with Legic, our boy Legic. So he's got 23.5 million HP, 200k attack, 65k defense. He deals 500k on a super attack, 17% chance. He can only do 1. He does like 8 attacks in a turn. Damage reduction, 62% and a 5% dodge chance. We're pretty safely gonna dunk land Legic right down there, right? I should also preface this by saying this is how I view these Red Zone stages now. When they first came out on like the JP 7th year anniversary, like they were all super hard when they came out, right? But now a lot of units have come out, 200% leads have come out. LR Cooler is a thing that exists now, and he can walk over all these. Same with like the Carnival Goku. So yeah, they some of the power levels I find are going to be a lot different than when we first went up against them like 7 months ago, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all for Legic. Okay, number 2. We'll just kind of do them in order. Lord Lude. He has an extra phase as opposed to Legic. Like, we'll just go off his last phase here. He's got 24 million HP, 220,000 attack, 68k defense. His super attack does a little bit more than Legic. 18% chance, okay. It raises attack by 30%, so the second one's always going to hit harder, right? Same with his normals. 7 attacks, 65% damage reduction. I mean, Lord Lude is pretty... When he first came out, he was intimidating, but honestly, like, he's in the same tier as Legic. That's all there is to it, right? So next, stage 3 was against Rildo, right? Now, Rildo could actually do some trickery. What he could lock you, right? Yeah, that's right. He had a 60% chance to lock you. So he's got 3 phases here. Honestly, the first 2 are nothing to really write home about. The middle one actually does more damage than Lude. But anyway, so his last phase, 28 million HP. His attack normals do 260k. His super attack, 728k. That's pretty damaging, right? He can lock you. He lowers defense by 40% for 3 turns. Dodge chance. And the lock was actually pretty interesting, right, when that came out. So I think I would actually put... Where is Rildo? Oh my god, am I blind? I think I've gone blind. Is he not here? No, he's right here. I think I put him in B tier. Well, we'll keep going for the rest of them, right? We don't need that up. Okay, Baby. Baby was one of the, like, truly hard Red Zone stages when it first came out. When it first came out. Now he's a bit of a pushover, so we'll just... Yeah, he's got 3 forms before the last one. 4 forms in total. He's got a decent amount of health. His normals hit hard. He's got an AoE attack, which was pretty damaging. Look at his super attack damage. 1 million, pretty much. So this baby was like the truly hard boss that first came out. I think I'm gonna put him like at Rildo level. Maybe here. Maybe we'll do something like this. Actually, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to Super 17. So these two guys, they're kind of a pushover. If we look at their SA damage, 625k, that's okay. But Super 17, he would nullify all your Ki Blast based super attacks, which was, I thought that was kind of unique. A lot of people actually struggled against him. Now, remember, I'm rating them as I see them now. Now he's not difficult at all. A lot of these stages aren't that difficult. With some teams, of course they are, but like the top tier teams in the game right now, no, you're gonna walk on this stuff. So he does do over 1 million damage. He's got like 39 million HP. Like everyone else, he's got damage reduction and everything. Honestly, I'd probably put 17. Like, he was up there with Baby, right? I know he's past Baby, but that's okay. Who do we got here? The Shadow Dragons. Yeah, this is just a long fight. That's all there is to it. The hardest ones are, what, Nova and Ice? Yeah. Nova's got more health. Nova does more super attack damage, huh? Oh, but Ice can lock you. Yeah, you can't use beam attacks against this guy, but I mean, whatever. This one changes orbs. This one can seal you. Yeah, honestly, the Shadow Dragons, it's just long. They hit hard. But if you have any kind of stackers or anything, you're going to walk over these guys. Where did I put Shadow Dragons? No, that's Omega. Oh, right here. Yeah, I guess something like that, maybe. Is he harder? Are the Shadow Dragons harder than, like, Baby and... I mean, I guess. Honestly, I kind of feel like they're on the same level now. Like, it doesn't really make a huge difference to, like... I run the LR Cooler team, and these all fall the same way, right? Okay. Omega. So Omega, yeah, when he came out, super difficult. He clearly established as like the second hardest fight in the game. If we look at his first form, it was really annoying because he could seal you. I thought he could lock you as well. Oh, hold on, that's his last phase there. Here's his first one. Yeah, 40% chance to seal and lock. So that was annoying, even with his missions. But I just did a run against Omega with the Cooler team, and Cooler beat Omega on his own. The last phase of Omega, literally, he what did we do to him? We active skilled him. I'm trying to think if we DOKKAN attacked and then got additionals and just beat him. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, this first part's annoying. The second part, it's like whatever. He can hit hard, like nearly 1 million. The last phase, he's got 35 million HP. It's quite a lot. His normal attacks, 450k defense. That's quite bulky. And then his super attack damage, 1.575 million. Quite a lot. And he attacks a lot. He's got damage reduction, right? So I would put Omega S Upras is where I would put him. Okay, so Turles, these guys are all fodder. Who cares? They don't even exist as far as I'm concerned. Super low damage, He can stun, but like that's about it. Come on, he's got like 13 million HP. No. He is down bottom of the barrel. Lord Slug, again, these guys fodder. No. The physical Lord Slug, yeah, 560k SA damage. No. The final form's got nearly 18 million HP and then 750k SA damage. All right, guys. So, my computer just crashed all of a sudden. I was luckily able to recover some stuff, but here we go. We're gonna hop back into where I think I left off anyway. So, I'm pretty sure it was Lord Slug. I think we just went over him. Again, these guys are trash. Who cares about him? Last form, he's got like 18 million HP. He hits 750k. He recovers HP. Nothing really special about Lord Slug. He's definitely a bottom tier character there. Cooler. Cooler was another fight that when he came out, he was actually pretty hard. Let's see. His super attack, these guys all fodder. Super attack, he hits for about 1 million, close to anyway, right? He's got a decent amount of health, nearly 30 million. He's got almost as much health as Omega. And then he had, it's a countdown super attack, so you knew where it was coming, right? All in all, Cooler wasn't that difficult. We'll use this one for Cooler. I would say, I don't think he was as hard as like Baby or 17 or the Shadow Dragons. But he was, I'd definitely say he was hard like Rildo. Man, I should not have said that in the same sentence. Okay, so that's kind of where I think that Cooler is. Super Android 13. Again, these two phases, whatever. Android 13, 25 million. Well, nothing special about him, but when he gets to this phase, he can... Yeah, look at the end. He can, something doesn't work on him. I can't remember what it is. You can't dodge him? Yeah, that's what it is. You can't dodge him. I tried taking reps of Universe 7 in against him, I think. And UI Goku just got absolutely slapped so hard. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I won't dodge you. He's got like 30 million HP. He hits pretty much as hard as Cooler, about 1 million. He's got 300k normals, so I mean, that's not bad. But honestly, right now, he's not that hard. I'd put him like here as well. Okay, so we'll move on now. Bojack. Now here's a fight. These guys, I mean, now they're not so bad. But back then they put up a fight. Bojack himself was not too bad. Yeah, there's no real typing disadvantage you come across here. Like, it's int before tech. Like, if you brought int, it's like, well, the only physical enemy is Beto right here, right? But Bojack, he would seal and he would lock someone, right? Yeah, the final phase, 34 million HP. He hits for 325k. He hits for about 1 million. Yeah, a lot of people had trouble at that phase of Bojack. So what? I would put Bojack here, like below Omega, I think. Yeah, Bojack would be below Omega. Just Omega hits so hard, right? Is the thing. Janemba. This is an interesting fight because I think he's actually easier than Bojack. I think I'd put Janemba here. But yeah, the first phase, I mean, his normal's not that high. His super attack's not that high. This Janemba, he doesn't really do much. He's got 50 million HP, actually. Oh, no, this fight's only 2 phases. It's just rage mode, right? Yeah, so 50 million HP. It's quite a bit of HP. His normal is 310k. He super attacks for 800. But if he rages, then he does 350k on normal attacks and then over 1 million on super, right? Yeah, damage reduction 68%. He had a 10% dodge chance, which that's not that high actually compared to like the old Dokkan events or whatever. Do you remember like Tapion and Hirudegarn, how much that would dodge? Or the STR 120 lead Janemba, he would dodge a lot. So yeah, I think I'm fine putting Janemba A tier there. Who's next? Broly. Yeah, come on guys. Broly's king of the castle. Z tier for sure. Without a doubt, in terms of red zone, this is still the hardest fight in the game. Cell Max is the only event I think is harder. Just because the only reason Cell Max is harder is because they force you to take a Senzu Bean. If they didn't force you to take a Senzu Bean, it's like you would just pop double Whis and Cell would be done easily, right? But here, it's like, man, this STR phase really gatekeeps you sometimes, right? So he hits hard, like first phase 230k, his super attack 575k. His tech phase is it's not too bad, but I mean he still does like 700k on a super attack and like 260k normals, and then he jumps up quite a bit on the STR phase. He's got 25 million HP. He AoE attacks for 840k damage. Yeah, like I was saying, this stage kept a lot of people back from beating the event for sure. We all know now you just double Whis or whatever and then you can get through it. Sometimes you get lucky and he won't super attack and then you can no item the stage. But this, like even now, you still have problems fighting Broly for sure. Just depends how lucky you are. And then his last phase, he's rocking 50 million HP. He does 400k normals. He does 1.2 million. Well, by the way, he can super attack twice in a turn. Yeah, Broly, 70% damage reduction. Broly is an absolute monster. Definitely deserves his place as Z tier. Okay, Frieza. Frieza is a pretty interesting fight. This was stage 1 of the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone. When it first came out, we were all like, there's no way they make it as easy as like Legic and Lude and those guys, right? And sure enough, they didn't. His first phase is piss easy. The second phase, that AoE can catch you out, but I mean, we all know about it now, so it's not a problem. Third phase is pretty easy as well. There's a definite jump in his super attack, though, 644k. His AGL phase is where things get interesting, though. So his HP is at 35 million. He does normals for 300k. He does like 9 attacks. 750k on a super. And then he raises attack for 99 turns, right? So that adds on to his attack and his super attack damage. And it transfers over to the tech final form Frieza too, which is nutty. So... let's see here. When you get over, he's got 41 million HP. His normals do 380k. If this guy hasn't super attacked yet, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, this should carry over, right? I'm pretty sure I heard the AGL phase carried over to the tech phase. Maybe I'm wrong. Just because after reading this effect, I'm not sure now. Let's see, he's 10 attacks in a turn, 1.444 million damage. So he hits harder than Broly, less than Omega. This can be a hard phase, just tech at the end kind of sucks sometimes, but it's, now you can beat it pretty handily. I would put Frieza, where would I put Frieza? Is he harder than Bojack? I think he's harder than Bojack. I think he's like in the same realm of difficulty as Omega, but it's really these last two phases that are, right? Yeah, this fight is kind of long too, so you do have a bit to stack up. But I think this Frieza is like Omega level. He could be Bojack, right? Here, we'll put him with Bojack for now. This cooler fight. So this is the hardest hitting first phase boss in the game for Red Zone. Pretty sure it is. 31.5 million HP, 290k normals. He does 812k super attack, right? And then he can stun. His final form, 50 million HP, 400k normals. That's massive. 10 attacks in a turn. 1.52 million super attack damage. He raises attack. Oh man, yeah, this cooler is definitely like oh, it's this one. Yeah, so just so that we're not confused, I put like the untransformed version as the movie bosses one, and then the transformed one is the Wicked Bloodline one. Yeah, I think I'm okay putting Cooler with Omega there. Yeah, okay, I remember the first time doing this. I've gone back, I've beaten all these stages again. This Guardian is like actually hard unless you have like STR types. So 18 million HP, it's not that bad. 300k normals, 10 attacks. He reduces damage by 50% from all types except for STR, that's the first time we've seen that in Red Zone. That's pretty unique. I'm glad they're doing stuff like that. 750k super attack. Ooh. And then Metal Cooler, of course, we get there. He can recover his HP, 55 million, 450k normals. That is absolutely crazy. 9 attacks in a turn. He does 1.26 million damage, and he raises his defense, so he gets harder to kill, right? Only 1 attack in a turn though. Yeah, the recovery. So I mean, this event is kind of difficult too, but I would actually say it's around Omega level as well. Man, is Cooler Omega level? Yeah. Yeah, just because it's so short. Okay, Mecha Frieza and King Cold. That's actually the one I don't have the information for. I think I already said it. I would honestly put it, what, Janemba level? Baby level? Yeah, one of these two. Maybe down here with like Super 17 and the Shadow Dragons. You know what? Let's put the Shadow Dragons up there. Yeah, okay, I'm more comfortable with this. Janemba and the Shadow Dragons feel about right. Mecha Frieza and King Cold, nothing much to say about them. You fight their minions in the beginning, and then Frieza does damage. King Cold can seal up to 2 of your units per turn. So typically you want to beat King Cold first and then fight Frieza uninhibited. So that's the way she is. They don't hit that hard either, so it's like, it's a wash. Okay, now for the last stage of the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone. This man has 1 billion health. That's crazy. But it's only 9 charges. You don't have to beat him. It's actually kind of good. I like this phase. When I was doing it with Cooler's team, it's nice because it really gives Cooler a chance to build his passive. Because this is like guaranteed. You are here for 9 charges, 3 turns, right? This guy's attack, 230k. 11 normals, that's not bad. He does 644k on his super attack. Lowers defense by 40% for 3 turns. That kind of hurts. And he can super attack twice. So, like Broly, that kind of sucks, right? And then we get to the Metal Cooler core. He can seal you, which sucks. He's got 58 million HP, 430k normals. 8 attacks in a turn, which is nice. 100k defense, but meh. 70% damage reduction. Look at his super attack damage. 1.634. He hits harder than Omega, right? And he raises attack by 30% for 1 turn. Yeah, and then he can seal. So this fight, this is actually hard. This seal really sucks. Where would I put this? I think it's like at Broly's level, actually. Is it? Yeah, his normals are just... He hits so hard. Yeah, and he can seal, raises attack. Yeah, this guy, like... Omega's difficulty right now comes in how hard his normals are and the first 2 stages. His last phase is like piss easy now. And yeah, I feel Cooler and Metal Cooler are about that difficulty. Yeah, Metal Cooler core. I would say Broly is harder than the Metal Cooler core, but I would say the Metal Cooler core is on the same tier level as Broly in terms of difficulty. Am I comfortable with this list? Broly and Metal Cooler core. Yeah, that's fine. Omega, Final Form Cooler, Metal Cooler, Bojack and Frieza. There's an argument to put Frieza here. Depends how many times AGL Frieza supers. And it depends if, like I was saying, that attack stat carries over. I can't remember if it does or doesn't. Yeah. And then the rest of these are like, yeah, Janemba. Oh, he's not that hard. Shadow Dragons. The rest of these are like, most people can beat like A down for sure. And then S, it starts getting a little more difficult, right? So anyway, that is the list I've come up with. That is how I rank the red zone in terms of difficulty right now. You can pretty much walk on most of these. Granted, if you have the new units, right? And like, that's just how it is with these games, of course. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys change anything in the order? Where it's going to be different for everyone, right? Because everyone's box is really different. So let me know how you would rate these guys down below. What tiers you would put them in. I'd be really curious to know. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later.